Hey guys, welcome back to BA Adventures.
Hi.
So today we are going over our haul from Galaxy's Edge in Hollywood Studios at
Walt Disney World.
So,
come with us.
Hey guys, I wanted to interrupt the video to let you guys know that it is sponsored today by FrostBuddy. Okay, FrostBuddy is a company that specializes in keeping your drinks cold. So this here, and what Ash has there in her hand, is a universal FrostBuddy. So Ash, what do these things do?
All right, you got a 12-ounce can, regular cans of soda, essentially. You have the taller cans that are 12 ounce. You have 12-ounce glass bottles, and for the last, you got the 16-ounce tall cans as well, all in one.
All holds into this, and what happens is you can even take this off. You can take the insert out of it, which is like that, and it holds. That's how you put the 16-ounce can in there. But wait, there's more. You can put a lid on this and drink out of it yourself, and it even has a straw insert there for you to drink out of. The drink and the straw and the lid are sold separately. So with that, hit the link in the description box below to get yours today. It really helps us out, bring quality content to you guys. All right, let's get back to the video and let's get back inside the park. Okay, so like we said from the beginning, we are going over only the things that we got from Galaxy's Edge at Hollywood Studios because that's where we really went hard at. We are huge Star Wars fans. I mean, we got a picture of us behind us. If you haven't checked out our other haul video, you can find it right up here.
That includes all of Disney World and some of the outlets too.
Exactly. And we even have some merchandise from some outlets with this. So anyway, so let's get started. Let's get right into it. So I'm going to start off by talking about these here. These were actually not purchased at Galaxy's Edge. They were nowhere to be found in Galaxy's Edge, which is a little disappointing, but at the same time it sticks with the theming of only like Star Wars type items you can get. This is more of something you're not going to see like a character in the movies wearing, but they were at Tatooine Traders and some other spots at the store up front. I actually bought these in the main store at Epcot. They are Grogu Santa Hat. So, yep, there's a little ball right there. This thing's warm. It's actually really thick. So, there was a day that it was pretty cold, and I wore this thing, and it helped out a lot. So
it's so cool looking, honestly.
It really is. I like it a lot. And I wore it to work one day before Christmas break, and some of my students loved it. So,
see, I feel like they look like elf ears almost, but I know they're like on the side, so if people aren't Star Wars fans, they're gonna get a little confused.
Yeah, I've had that been a mistake because I wore this into like Walmart a couple times, and they were like, "Oh wow, way to wear your elf ears and get into season." And I'm just like, "Yeah." So, all right, two more items that we got from the outlets here is going to be, I got a little badge from the Halcyon Corvette, the Chandrilla Starline.
May it rest in peace.
May it rest in peace that nobody saw coming. Satire, sorry. Anyway, so of course it's a place where you can slide a work badge down into there. That's what I'm going to do whenever we get our new badges. Hopefully we get our new badges soon. For work. So, this is all like sublimated into there, this whole Halcyon side, so that's kind of cool. If this happens to break, I get a nice little clamp with a charm on it, and get to kind of keep that, so that's kind of nice. So there is that. I think this was like $3.
Yeah, from
the Character
$10.
Warehouse. Yeah. So this next item is going to segue into the item that follows it. I also bought some R-Series accessory parts. As you can see, they are still in the box. M11Y has not gotten his update yet, or his upgrades. If I wanted to put these in there, I don't know if I'm going to, but as you can see, it's got parts for like the sides of his legs here, different panels that go right here, as well as even these little arms there and little doors that go with it. just, yeah. So this was actually originally $20. Ash, would you like to tell them how much I paid for it?
$8 whole. So I can see it being reasonable to pay $8 for this. $20. I have a hard time wrapping my head around that one.
Unless they were metal. Like if they were metal pieces, I would be like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. But they're little plastic pieces.
They are plastic.
You know, it's just another way to customize your droid. Disney's gonna get it.
So there are other colors along with this available at the parks. I really was looking for red, but they did not have any red in stock. At the character warehouse, they had this color, they had gold, and they had like a teal color at the time. Yeah, it was like a metallic teal color. But my original plan was to go with black and gray for him completely. So I jumped the gun and got this. And then I saw his pretty face, and I went, nope, doing that. So anyway, that being said, another thing that we can talk about is M-11Y here. He is an astromech droid that you are able to build. So
we also have a video of that as well, so make sure you check that out and see that process.
Yeah, so as you can see, he can turn his head like so. And he can even talk to you. So there's that. I do have a remote control that I can move him. I'm not going to move him a lot because, as you can see, we have a lot on the table. But the controller is very simple.
I feel like it would have been cooler if you could have customized a controller to match your droid. Just because it looks a little cheap to me for you paying over $100 for that. But it's like the Build-A-Bear of droids, essentially.
It really is. So... But do you want to tell them all the different controls that you've got?
You go right ahead because I happen to not use that. No. So up and down, like go forward
and backward. Yep.
Side to side.
Yeah. This is what turns him left and right.
Freaks me out. I thought it was gonna fall. I think this is personnel. Oh no,
that's
it's
his
the head. I did not.
His head turns his head side to side.
And
this is the personality.
So he happens to have a personality chip in him.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about that in a second. And this
button
does
wasteless.
Absolutely nothing.
It turns the light on top.
It does. So apparently there are some attachments for him that these are supposed to work.
Not sure about that one.
But I'm not sure either yet. Maybe that'll be something in the future they're going to try and do. We don't have any other attachments. However, there were some there available. So... like there were little guns on the side. Apparently, I was told that you could have little hands that stuck out here like this.
That would be kind of
because it was a C unit, but I kind of like it because it's just an R unit type droid, and I'm okay with that. So, now the personality chip sits right in there, and we bought that extra. It came in a little box. I don't see the little box on here, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and take this out, and you're going to see how differently this changes.
It's never good when you say uh-oh with
well,
that thing. Is it kind of a pain?
It is kind of like, I have little fat stubby fingers. Can you get in there and maybe pinch and pull it out of there?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
They're not made to come out, I don't think.
They are.
Well, you know,
because you can switch them.
Well, little kids' fingers can get in there and get that.
There you go. She got it. Okay, so this is all the personality chip is. Now, if you listen to him now... he sounds completely different.
That's kind of cool, though.
See, he sounds kind of like R2-D2 classic astromech beeping noises. See?
But when you get two of them together, personality chips, they can, like, vibe, I guess, off of each other.
Well, even like this, they can vibe and react without the personality chip in them. Okay? But each of them, some of them do sound the same. You can even get the R2-D2 that has just nothing but his screaming beeps.
Yeah.
And noises. So I thought that was really cool.
How much were the chips?
These were like $15 a piece. I really want to get a first order one, and I maybe want to make a BB first order.
I think I would do a BB. Like, in the video, I was very conflicted because there's 3 different models, R, C, and BB. And so I'm a very indecisive person, so it'd be hard for me to just pick one of those. And then just picking all the colors and stuff and accessories, it's a lot.
It is quite a bit.
So if you have a kid that's going in there that's very indecisive, can't pick with a lot of options, you're going to be there for a while. So be prepared.
Yes, yes. So we're going to move on to talk about the holocrons here. So these are really neat. I thought they were some of the coolest things that you get out there. So we will start with the Jedi holocron here. And if you turn it on...
So these run $50 each, by the way.
So they make noises, as you can see. And if you look here, there's some like black parts right there. That is for your fingers. And when you put your fingers over the top of them...
This is Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. I regret to report that both our Jedi Order and the Republic have fallen, with the dark shadow of the Empire rising to take their place.
And you get...
So you get that.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, which is actually Ian McGregor's voice, which is super cool.
And then, Ash, do you want to activate the Sith one?
Of course, because I love the dark side.
I'm going to turn this one off so you can hear it better. So it lights up red. And it also has your 2 little spots here that you can... And that's all that one does. Now, you can, however... You want to turn that back on, please?
Oh, sorry. Pardon me.
Yeah, you can put them together. Maybe not there. There we go. Alright, so we got it here.
Got them together.
So they turn purple together. I've got it. And if you are...
Jedi and Sith wield the Ashtar and Bogan, the light and the dark. I'm the one in the middle, the Bendu.
So, if you have seen Rebels, you will know that character very well. Now, you're probably wondering, why would you pay $50 for that thing to do 3 things? Well, this is not all that this thing does. They have a little tray here. This little tray pops out, and you can take a Kyber crystal. Don't. It unscrews on the other end. On the other end.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Sees how much.
So you have these Kyber crystal holders, and so, as you can see, we're going to take a yellow one. We're going to put it in here. And something about these Kyber crystals before we get started. Well, actually, we're just going to put it in here. And then I'll tell you afterwards.
So its
well, now that's crazy.
A little bit.
It changes color. So this may look green to you, but that's just because we've got, of course, a yellow Kyber crystal in there. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to hold it here.
Dear child, I see your eyes. You already know the truth. The belonging you seek is not behind you. It is ahead.
I think that is so stinking cool. So every crystal has a different character.
Yes, it does.
Potentially. So you play the gamble of buying the same character, which I hate, but it's also very fun to open this up, put it when you get back, and you put it in there, and you see what characters you got. So that's, the mystery part is really cool, but also, like, freaks me out, because I don't want to have the same character.
Yeah, so, and, like, these, if I can get this thing open...
this one's the hardest one to open, I will say.
It really is, and I don't know why. Oh, no, there it went. I got it. It didn't go very far. So, but yeah, like she said, it's the hardest to open, and these aren't very big, as you guys can see. Each one does have a different voice, like she said. With yellow, you get the options of Maz Kanata and a Jedi Temple Guard. With green... it is Yoda and Luke Skywalker.
So whoever's holding that saber, that character's saber, that's the character you potentially have as well. So keep that in mind too.
And then you've got white, which is Ahsoka Tano or Chiru Imwe.
Which one do we have? I can't remember.
We have Ahsoka.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we have Ahsoka. Chiru Imwe is the guy from Rogue One that goes, I'm one with the Force, Force is with me. I'm one with the Force,
cool.
the blind guy. Yeah, he is cool.
I think that would happen.
Blue, you get Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think that's it.
Is it?
No, I'm sorry. It's Obi-Wan or Luke. Green is Yoda or Qui-Gon Jinn.
Missed that.
Yep, and we have Qui-Gon Jinn. And red, you have Darth Vader, Count Dooku, Darth Maul, or Emperor Palpatine.
But you also have the chance of getting the very rare, very expensive, if you try to buy it on your own, black
Kyber crystal.
Which is, you cannot, there's no way to trick this thing. There's
Not
people
anymore.
that say, oh, you can put it in the light and you can kind of see it's black. No, you can't do it. You take the gamble with the red ones. We bought two because we're taking the gamble, and we got two different characters, which makes me happy.
Yes. Yes. So, now, you're probably wondering what happens if you put a red one into the Jedi Kyber crystal. It really doesn't, it doesn't do anything, really. It just says something along the lines, Yoda starts talking and says, like, you can't do that here, much to learn you still have, something like that. I don't quite remember off the top of my head. And then if you put a Jedi one inside of this, then it just starts acting funny as well.
It's like glitching, kind of like they don't know how to do it.
No, the Emperor Palpatine starts laughing.
Yeah.
Basically.
It's the Star Wars glitch is how I call it. You know.
Yeah.
You're not gonna pull anything on it.
That's true. So, you're gonna see me pull a different color out of here, but this thing right here, I know Ash wants to talk about.
So these were at Dok-Ondar's, which is one of my favorite stores. There, I can walk in there and just ooh and ah over everything. It is so coolly presented. They have such unique looking Star Wars items that you're not gonna find at regular gift stores. So that's what makes it so special. The case itself is so neat. It's plastic. I think it's really awesome. This is an item that is a mystery. You're either gonna get the light side or the dark side of it.
Well, it's just black or white. There's no lighter. There's no light or dark.
Well, it kind of made it presented to me as a light or dark side. And inside the box happens to be from
Rise of Skywalker.
Yes, I was gonna say Last Jedi.
You literally have open holes here that you can pull out of.
Oh, we'll see how many times I open this stuff. Is a Wayfinder. I wanted the dark one so bad because it looks so cool. Like I said, I would be an evil person in Star Wars universe because they have the cool stuff. But yeah, and so this is a Wayfinder used in the Last Skywalker.
The Rise of
Skywalker.
Gosh.
Terrible with those new movies. So basically, you can put these
Well, you got to turn it on first. Kyber crystal.
Oh yes, thank you.
So to turn it on, there's a little switch underneath that flips on, and then you plug this thing in the back. It actually does absolutely nothing, just for aesthetic look. But this right here is what really activates it. There's a little magnet in here, and it turns it green. Now, the next thing you do is you take your Kyber crystal, and and as you can see, we're green in color here. Take your Kyber crystal and you run it along. Oh, nope, sorry, this edge right here.
And we've got blue now.
Yep. As you can see, it turns blue.
Can I see it on that side?
Yeah. It goes on that side as well.
It goes on both sides, so I can see it. You can see it.
Yeah, both of these dots are going on both sides. And what this is doing is it's finding the Jedi that is tied with this Kyber crystal. He's tough to find.
Dock 2 is a lost world located deep in the galaxy's unknown regions, far from any trade route and considered a myth by most explorers and historians.
Alright, so, this one talked about Batu. That is where this Kyber crystal was located. This Jedi is currently at. In that location. I'm going to turn that off to preserve its battery. We can just set it on top.
Okay.
if you want, the way we don't have to like shimmy it back into its box. Maybe it goes like this. I don't know. Figure. Nope, that's wrong. Oh my god. There we go. So, but we thought that was really cool too, and it of course changes with other Kyber crystals. It doesn't have to be the blue one.
I believe this is $50 also. They do have little chargers, so you don't have to mess with batteries or anything. So like a USB kind of little charger thing, like your cell phone. Just keep that in mind.
This isn't a charger. This one has batteries.
Oh, that one does.
Yeah,
okay.
This one is batteries.
So these are the chargers.
Yeah,
then.
that one is the USB chargers.
I do find that interesting that they didn't do the charging like the other ones. I wonder.
It's because these got a little finicky on them. Remember how I had to reset one time?
Yes. Okay.
So, So, all right, and next is the big item that was probably my favorite experience ever at a theme park.
Yeah.
And that was building our lightsabers. You can grab yours if you would like to.
Was it very dramatic? Like, was I supposed to grab it at the same time?
Grab it at the same time.
I missed my cue.
She did miss her cue, but that's okay. But so this is the design that I went with. Your options were Peace and Justice, Elemental Nature, Power and Control, and something in Defense. I cannot remember what that is. Protection and Defense.
There
Protection
you
and
go.
Defense. That was the 4 options that you could choose. All the same. I went with Power and Control. I really like the red and black aesthetic that it's got here. Plus, I really enjoyed the stippled grip here.
It really reminds me of Kylo Ren's.
This one?
Because of the black, the red in it.
Yeah.
There was some that had wires looking.
That would have really reminded you of it.
Yeah.
So, and she went with Elemental Nature. You want to talk about the parts that you chose and why you chose them?
So, honestly, I just chose off of, like, I thought it looked cool. There was no rhyme or reason on mine. The Elementor one was very unique compared to all of them. All of them were very, like metal based looking, and this was more like different textures and just different looking material for, even though it is all metal still. I just thought it looked neat and unique compared to the other ones, so that's based what I did mine off of.
And before we get talking even more into these, if you guys did watch our video, you will know that we've got pins that came with these that match. Mine actually looks like this, but my pin is sitting on these sheaths that we got with these on the strap. So you get sheaths after making them that you can carry it around the park. See, there's mine, and these extra pins that I have that are on this. There's only 3. Yeah, there's only 3. My brother and sister-in-law and niece and nephew got those pins for me for Christmas. That was really sweet.
The sheath is actually really neat. I'm so glad.
It's got some hard styrofoam in there that'll like make sure that your like blade doesn't bend. Which this is the blade, which we will get into in a second.
Disney was definitely thinking about that and people carrying them throughout the park, because that's what you're gonna do. Because you're gonna want to get those photos at the end of the night or day.
And just to continue on, if you haven't seen that video of us building, these are made of metal. Like this piece here, this is a metal piece. All of this stippled stuff is rubber, and she's even got a little like fake leather on hers as well.
That's all metal.
Yeah, I mean it's metal, it's heavy, it's durable stuff. Like the materials are durable. I would not suggest dueling with these. They are more of a...
They're expensive. Like, my eyeballs about popped out when I said that, dueling. They are about $250 a pop, not including taxes, and that's something to seriously consider if you're going to let younger children build them.
Now, when I say dueling, you can do a little light dueling, like barely swing and tap them.
I don't like
Not the full-on, like, baseball swing, I'm going to slice your head off sort of deal. So,
a youngling killer.
Master Skywalker, what are we gonna do? Anyway, so to see the different options that you have to like put onto this, go watch our video where we built our droid and our lightsabers all in one. It is lengthy, but worth a watch if you are really considering going and doing these things. So, anyway, to continue on, of course, we're gonna put I'm gonna put my blade in. Ash, you can put yours in if you would like. But as you can, I don't know if you heard that or not, but it did. And then it goes, boom. So we have that. Now, this is not, this is the crystal that I chose. It was red as well and everything. But these Kyber crystals, if I put them in right here in the middle, it'll change the color of the blade as well. Going in, you only get the 4 options of red, green, blue, or purple.
So if you're a collector like us on these crystals, since we want them for these, make sure that you try and think ahead of time what crystal color that you don't already have. Because we did not already have blue and purple. So we made sure that we got those colors. They don't come in the little case. It's kind of, I like
the little case. You don't get the little case with them, unfortunately.
But at least you've got the colors that you want. So make sure you keep that in mind.
Now, if you do want to buy a different blue one, they do come with the blue cases. And the next time we go, we're probably going to buy another blue and purple one just so we can also have the cases as well.
And hopefully get another character because I'm
hoping
crazy like that. And I want all different characters.
I'm sure there's a Kyber crystal trading thing on Facebook or something that we could trade people with. So it'll be all right.
I'm always worried for a scam.
Yeah.
It scares me.
Yeah, it happens. So
moving on.
Yep. So, moving on, still dealing with the lightsabers, we have these 3 items over here that are a Lothcat, a Porg, and the sister's bird, the Mortis Owl is what I want to call it, is the Mortis Owl. I never remember the name of this, because it's rarely mentioned.
Include it at the bottom and make sure we got it right.
Yeah. Comment below and let us know if you know what that one is for sure.
So,
I'm going to let you talk about this because you went hard when you saw these.
I did. When I saw these, I didn't know what they were. I'm like, what is this thing? Like, you see the bottom of it. It was sitting in the outpost, little, like, market area for sale. And when I saw them, they looked cool, but what is it? And the lady said it can either be, like, a paperweight, like you see it, or you can untwist the cap like Brady's done so. And you can put it on the bottom of your lightsaber. So after I got my lightsabers done, yes, I did like the bottom. However, I turned around and went, Brady, can you unscrew mine? And can you put the owl on it because of Ahsoka? Ahsoka's one of my favorite characters. That does not look good on there.
It does not. But
for
still.
Visual effects. But anyway, so because I love Ahsoka. Ahsoka's one of my favorite characters. So I walked around with a white crystal with the bird at the bottom. And did my pictures and stuff like that at night. So that is such a cool little thing. These are the ones that we had.
Your pictures were blue.
Right, but later on I put the white one in.
Yeah.
And so, there were 4. There was a, what is that character?
There was also a Rancor. No, it wasn't the Rancor.
It's like the
It
Yeti.
was like the I cannot think of what the snow monster is that
I call
goes
him the
after
Yeti.
Luke.
I can't think of.
Yeah, it's like the Hoth monster is what I like to call it.
So, I just didn't like the look of him. So instead of getting all 4, we got the 3. They were $25 each. Yeah, I kind of about that one. However,
because they're not metal.
No, they are plastic. They don't match.
Well, they're like a rubbery, they're like a durable rubbery plastic.
I certainly wouldn't want to drop it. I think it would hold up, but I don't want to drop them. But anyways, they are super cool.
Yeah. They are more hollow, so they do change the sound.
Yeah.
They're a little more, like, as you can see, it sounds very similar, but it sounds also a little muffled as well on there.
That's one thing I don't like about it, I will say that.
It is one thing that I don't like about it either, but I do think that they are cool. I think a Loth Wolf would be awesome if they made one of those. I would definitely get one on a saber for that.
Or like the Arctic Fox looking things in Last Jedi.
Last Jedi, little crystal foxes or salt fox looking things.
Yes, I thought that would be kind of cool to have too. But we don't.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Arctic Fox things. Cool.
I'm trying to think of what their names are. I can't think. They said it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they are either.
If you can remember the name of that creature, included at the bottom.
Post it below. See, like, we are huge Star Wars fans, but we don't get that far into remembering, like, little creatures' names. But, like, I'm a huge, like, Sith fan. My favorite character is a Sith. Jedi. Like, he bounces between both of them at one point, so...
You know, I say that I love the dark side, but I also love Ahsoka, so, I mean...
But she's kind of an anti-hero. She's not technically a Jedi.
Well, then that works, then,
She was kicked from the Order.
We are so rambling right now.
We are so rambling right now. So, anyway, that's going to wrap up all of the items that we got at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, plus a couple things from the warehouse and one thing from Epcot. But they were all Star Wars things, so that's why we wanted to include them into this, and we all got them all on the same trip. So, anyway, that being said, stick around. We are going to have some top 10 tips and tricks videos for Disney World, each parks, and the resort all in one by itself.
So it can help you plan your next visit.
Yes. And maybe you could haul in some awesome stuff like we did. So, anyway, if you're going to do that, or wanting to do that, hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that
Bell notification button.
so that you guys don't miss any more of our theme park news, adventures, or anything of that nature, because 2024 is going to be a big year for us.
Huge. So keep with us, guys.
So, yep. Anyway, with that,
Bring on the next adventure.
bye guys.